Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Chloe Thaler.
And I'm Ellie McCoy.
Campus dining is experiencing some big changes come fall, and Eagle Eye's Ken Ward sat down with Vice President of Student Affairs Bobby Woodard to see what changes you can expect.
We will have a lot of construction going on campus, new venues that are coming. We're looking at here, the Student Center. So a question about the Student Center is that at lunchtime, have you ever been here between 11:15 and about 1 o'clock? People are sitting on the floor, they're sitting on the stairs outside. Chick-fil-A line is crazy, as long as Papa John's and some of the other ones. Of course, Starbucks is always busy. And so we're looking at how we can better utilize this building and what we can do to open up more venues. And so what we're doing is designing a dining hall, a true dining hall that will go where Parker and Allison is at, and so we can still operate that or continue to construct that with Parker and Allison still there, and that construction will start later this year. You'll actually see it, the students will see it in the fall, in the spring of next year when we'll start moving dirt and so forth with that new dining hall. That will change dramatically because in there we'll have about 5 venues plus an all-you-can-eat dining hall. So this summer we're looking to turn Foy, doing some renovations in Foy to turn that into an all-you-can-eat dining hall. And then we can start bringing some other venues here. Steak and Shake is looking at one because people want a little bit of a hamburger joint coming in. So we're really looking at doing some of that. Cat Cora is looking to come in and so forth. So I think it's just the different venues that we're looking at. This is going to be the biggest change for our students, different price point. A variety in that, but the biggest thing that we don't have here on campus is a true dining hall, and that's what we're working on.
Also scheduled to come this fall is Panera Bread, an RBD library. Panera has faced a series of delays with construction in the Mel Classroom building and the change of dining contracts made last month.
Former U.S. Director of National Intelligence Mike McConnell spoke on campus this week as part of the 2018 SEC Academic Conference hosted by Auburn University.
Kind of understanding. I don't think it's the digital dependence and the vulnerability of the nation is not fully understood by most people. But you literally could shut down banking or energy supplies or electric power. I mean, it could be incredible things you can do if you can penetrate a computer. And I would assert there is no computer on earth that can't be penetrated with the right sophistication and focus and persistence. So if that's true, and we're so dependent on them, shouldn't we figure out a way to protect them in a more comprehensive way?
McConnell advocated for universities to play a key role in producing students that can fill cybersecurity jobs. The conference brings together representatives from the SEC's 14 universities to discuss the topic of importance, cybersecurity.
This week marks 1 year of Governor Kay Ivey being in office. She spoke to Eagle Eye about what that first year looked like.
Well, certainly most governors have 3 months to transition. I had 3 hours. But I was prepared as lieutenant governor, having been in that office for 6 years. And so I knew a lot about the issues. And one of the biggest things I needed to do was reestablish a working relationship with the members of the legislature with the executive branch. That had gone lacking for quite some time. So I certainly did that at the outset. And I focused on being effective and efficient and stabilizing the ship of state, if you will. And we interviewed all of our cabinet officers and made some adjustments there. Then I conducted a listen, learn, help, and lead tour around the state and listened to our people. Had I been a candidate for governor, I would have known what was on the people's minds. But under the circumstances that I took the office of governor, I wanted to hear from the people.
Ivey is seeking a full term as governor. Stick with Eagle Eye TV as we keep a close eye on the gubernatorial race.
Coming up, a look at what former Tigers are doing to give back to the community.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
For all the papas out there, let's stop what we're doing and take a moment. A moment to be with our kids. They can be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments, kooky moments. Moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count because every time dads take a moment to be with their kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's all take a moment to make a moment today.
I'm Ferdinand. You look at me and think big. You think scary, but I'm a little misunderstood. Sorry, I almost killed you. We've all been misunderstood. I'm not a fighter.
I don't understand that at all.
Kids with learning and attention issues like dyslexia and ADHD are misunderstood too. Take the time to understand.
Best plan ever!
With the right support, everyone can reach their full potential because you can't judge a bull by his cover. Learn more at understood.org.
Football hit the field for the first time in 2018, and several former Tigers gave back to their communities. I'm Jade Nevitt with sports. Football returned to Jordan-Hare Stadium Saturday for their annual A-Day game. With injuries mounting on the offensive side of the ball, Tiger fans were able to see the new faces in starting lineups. Quarterback Jarrett Stidham saw very little action. He is still recovering from shoulder injury. The first team defense was the highlight of the game. Sophomore Nick Coe lit up the defense with 2 tackles for loss and sack on the afternoon. CJ Tolbert highlighted the offense rushing for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kicker Anders Carlson went 4 for 4 on field goals, including a 53-yard field goal in the fourth quarter to give the Orange team the win 18-10.
I'll say this just from my standpoint, our leader on offense, Jarrett Stidham, wasn't out there. And, today there was some impact players. I think Ryan Davis led the league in receptions, and we held out Chandler Cox. So, there's no concern. But I will tell you this, our defense has a chance to be really good. So, just from a head coach's standpoint, up to this point in spring, I feel very good about our overall team. Kicking game was something I was concerned about, losing Daniel, and I think everybody sees. I think we're in a position to be pretty good for the kicking game, for a long time too. So, I'm feeling good. There's no concern after a spring game. I think, thinking about Malik Willis, I think we had a guy named Cam Newton a few years back. I think he went 3 for 8 in the spring game, and everybody's real concerned. And I think he went on to win the Heisman Trophy. So I don't overreact on a spring game type setting.
Football will begin their regular season September 1st against Washington in the Chick-fil-A kickoff game in Atlanta. Because of the A-Day festivities, several former Tigers came to town and decided to give back to their community while they were here. Former Auburn Tiger and current New England Patriot Brandon King came back to his hometown, Alabaster, Alabama, to host his first youth football camp. During his camp, the children were able to get hands-on instruction from his former teammates who are now players in the NFL. He also took a moment to share with the children his experience playing football and important life lessons. To stay up to date on all your Auburn sports, go to our website eagleeyeauburn.com or follow us on Twitter at EETV_sports. Up next, the War Eagle flight team takes their skills to new heights. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Recently, our country has witnessed catastrophic devastation. Hurricanes and flooding have upended lives and livelihoods.
Across this great country, Americans have answered the call.
That special calling that compels us, when others are down, to step up and do whatever it takes.
America's at our best when, against all odds, we come together and lift each other up.
Please donate to oneamericaappeal.org. America needs you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Under clear skies, the War Eagle flying team practices their landing drills for national competition.
I mean, every time I come into touchdown, it's a cool feeling. It really kind of, challenges you as a pilot because, you are responsible for landing the aircraft safety. First of all, that's your number one priority is safety. So then maintaining a safety aspect of it, but then being completely accurate in your touchdown is the challenge.
For members of the War Eagle flying team, Sunday afternoons consist of washing planes, flying them, and practicing competitive landing drills.
The flying team focuses on building pilot excellence and precision, both in knowledge and in skill. And I've noticed even in my own flying and in the flying of my peers that we've gained a lot of skill and a lot of expertise in operating in a competitive sense with flying.
The team is preparing for national competition in Indiana later this month, following a second-place finish at the Southeastern Regional Competition in the fall.
I think back all the time to the first time that I competed, and you really realize that you're competing against the best, and it's such a busy atmosphere.
I think what this, competition does is it challenges you to think outside of the box. So I think the way that it prepares you for whichever route you take to the airlines or going corporate, it keeps you thinking responsively, and then it also, I think, encourages leadership components, which is what you want to see in a captain at an airline.
In Auburn, Grace Reynolds, Eagle Eye TV.
Auburn's aviation program recently received a grant from Delta and is building the Delta Airlines Aviation Education Building. The building is expected to be completed in October.
Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema recently announced Auburn to be the location for the world premiere of Life of the Party. Actress Melissa McCarthy stars in the comedy about a mother who follows her daughter back to college. Some details are still pending, but the red carpet will open at 6 p.m. on the night of the premiere, and the film will start at 7. The theater where it will be shown has not been chosen yet, although it will most likely be the AMC Tiger 13. A spokeswoman mentioned in April 30th as a date for the premiere, but that date has not been solidified yet. Auburn students can visit lifeoftheparty.com to sign up for ticket information to the star-studded event.
When you think of the Auburn spirit, you most likely think of the nun. As one of the first encounters as a student at Auburn in Camp War Eagle, the nun has become legendary as a longtime campus celebrity, teacher, coach, and friend. Once a student at Auburn University, she and her longtime friend, whose name was also Susan, were roommates. Answering the phone became confusing, and Nunnally soon got her now famous name, Nun.
Certainly, Auburn has been very good to me, and I am very blessed to have been here, to have had the opportunity to meet students, outstanding students, I might add. I'm not so sure as if I had to try to get in Auburn now and take the ACT and SAT if I would qualify.
Heavily involved with all things Auburn, she has taught classes, coached women's basketball, officiated, and worked as a faculty advisor for the Auburn cheerleaders.
This week's Pet of the Week is Crystal. Crystal is a 2-year-old mutt who is very fun-loving and friendly. She loves people, outside time, playing in water, and her canine best friend, Zizi.
She is heartworm positive, but a portion of her heartworm treatment has been sponsored. Crystal is available for adoption at the Lee County Humane Society.
And coming up, a rare animal born in the Northeast.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
I believe this is a practical world and that I can count only on what I earn. Therefore, I believe in work, hard work.
I believe in education, which gives me the knowledge to work wisely and trains my mind and my hands to work skillfully.
I believe in honesty and truthfulness, without which I cannot win the respect and confidence of my fellow men.
I believe in a sound mind, in a sound body, in a spirit that is not afraid, and in a clean sport that develops these qualities.
I believe in obedience to the law because it protects the rights of all.
I believe in human touch, which cultivates sympathy with my fellow men and mutual helpfulness and brings happiness for all.
I believe in my country because it is a land of freedom and because it is my home, and that I can best serve that country by doing justly, loving mercy, and walking humbly with my God.
And because Auburn men and women believe in these things, I believe in Auburn and love it.
The first reindeer born in Maine in 20 years was born on the wrong holiday. Mistletoe was born on Easter Sunday after co-owner of Pony Express Petting Zoo, Ed Papsis, said they had suspicions that the mother was pregnant.
Papsis and his wife own the only 5 reindeer in the state. Growing healthy and happy, those hoping to meet Mistletoe will have to travel north, as she is not allowed to cross state borders. You know, I really wish I had a pet reindeer because then I could get presents all year round.
Me too. That's all we have for you tonight. Be sure to keep up to date with all the latest news by following us on Facebook and Twitter at Eagle Eye TV and online at eagleeyeauburn.com. And download our new Alexa skill to hear all the latest headlines. I'm Chloe Thaler.
And I'm Ellie McCoy. Thanks for joining us in War Eagle.